Judging for the largest wine competition ever in BC is taking place in Penticton this weekend. More than 700 BC wines are being tested as part of the inaugural BC Lieutenant Governor's Wine Awards. A dozen acclaimed wine judges from across Canada are sampling and spitting those wines over the course of 3 days.
They taste all over the world, and these judges make their living at tasting wine. They're highly, highly credible. So I would say that if it's not the top group of judges we've had, it's very close to the top group of judges we've had.
King says they're able to bring in top judges because of the quality of wines made in BC.
We're offering them a window on what's happening in the industry right now, which for many of them who are writing and staying current on world wines, that's an important value added for them.
Wine journalist Anthony Gismondi is based in Vancouver, and he says the growth of the industry in BC has changed the conversation for winemakers.
You know, there was a time when we were constantly comparing ourselves against the rest of the world, and I think that what's great is that we're over that now, and we're sort of just comparing ourselves against our peers here and looking at what we're doing. The world is watching us now. We're not watching the world. They're saying, gee, what's going on, in the Okanagan or Vancouver Island or wherever in BC. So I think that's the important point.
The top wines will receive bronze, silver, gold, or platinum medals, with the top wine receiving the BC Lieutenant Governor's Award. And the winners will be announced in Kelowna later this month. Gismondi says an award-winning label from this competition is noteworthy for consumers.
It's a snapshot. It's not the total story, but it's kind of the story for the moment. So people should take the advice. Certainly with the people that are in this room, whatever wines come out of here with medals are certainly worth investigating.
For Castanet News, I'm Colton Davies in Penticton. Residents at all 40 lots in Penticton's Delta Mobile Home Park are being evicted in a matter of days, and many still have nowhere to go. The neighborhood is being evicted October 1st to make room for future development. The property is on Penticton Indian Band land across the street from the Penticton Airport. Jeff Menard is one of the lucky ones. He and his girlfriend and their 2 dogs secured a place at a mobile home park only a block away. But the rent is double at $730 per month, and they had to put $42,000 towards a new trailer because theirs is too old to move.
I feel fortunate that I was able to find a place and still could afford it. As I said, again, being young, having my own business and working part-time and not being on a pension or old age pensions like the seniors are, their options are limited.
Castanet spoke to 7 residents of the park on Friday, 5 of whom say they haven't found a new place to live yet. One resident says he plans to leave everything and take a Greyhound bus to East Vancouver. Many in the park are on old age pensions or disability income and simply can't afford to pay higher rent anywhere else in the city. Cynthia Carley is a single woman with a dog and a cat and is on disability. Carley bought a smaller travel trailer to take with her because she had a deal in place to sell her current trailer, which is in rough shape and is too big. But the buyers never came to buy it, and now she's stuck with 2 trailers, no money, and nowhere to go.
So now I'm at the point where I have 2 trailers, a vehicle that's not working to tow either one of them, and no place to go because without the money from my 32-foot, I can't pay rent at one of the campgrounds or anywhere else. I'm just hoping I'll sell that, and otherwise I'm gonna have to ask one of my friends if I can camp out in their yard. That's about what it comes down to.
To make matters worse, Carley says there have been a lot of strangers scavenging and stealing from lots in the park since it's well known the tenants are being evicted.
The new trailer came yesterday. My stabilizer bars are gone within an hour of the trailer being here. Like, really? Like, this is my home.
The Penticton Indian Band has no legislation in place to protect renters on their land. For Castanet News, I'm Colton Davies in Penticton. A plan to burn 30 hectares in size at the Snowy Mountain wildfire went off without a hitch near Karamias on Wednesday. The controlled burn tied a section of the fire to an area burning at a steep elevation, which gives crews better access to it.
With that, it should hopefully sort of stop the spread of that fire down towards the valley bottom and reduce the amount of smoke for the next few days as well.
The controlled burn put off a large amount of smoke at the time, but at 30 hectares, it pales to the fire's size of more than 17,000 hectares. The fire has been burning since mid-July and is now classified as held. And Burgess says the only areas burning are west of Karamias and south of Costin. There's 2 other fires of note burning in the Similkameen Valley, and the fire causing the most headaches is the smallest of those. The Old Tom Creek fire is just under 1,100 hectares and burning in extremely steep terrain just north of Karamias.
We're using a combination of aerial helicopter bucketing and again some small-scale planned ignitions to try and bring that fire to areas where we can work it with our crews. And then once it's near that, then we can begin to do sort of what we call the traditional firefighting, which is put water onto the fire and suppress it.
Burgess says cooler temperatures are helping with fire activity, but officials say fire crews will likely be in the Similkameen for another month.
We're working to get containment. Again, unlike other areas of the province, we're not going to get a large rain event here probably to suppress these. We're going to have to do it.
For Castanet News, I'm Colton Davies near Karamias.